way there, I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was strange because I felt extremely sleepy towards the end of the film. But the loud visuals kept me awake. The bright and loud visuals kept me awake. It was a very strange trip. The flight, I mean. It was the first time in a while where I felt relaxed and like I had no responsibilities to take care of. No one was trusting me with anything. The only thing that I had to worry about was taking a break. And I wish that one day I'll be able to do that again. I do not know if I seek comfort, but I seek happiness. Sometimes uncomfortable things can lead to happiness, and sometimes comfortable things lead you down a dark path which leads to suffering and loneliness. I feel lonely sometimes. I've been carving and printing. I also started painting today. It doesn't look like much yet, but it will be finished one day. Whenever I have some time, I'm going to be busy for the next couple of years. And I don't mean that painting, and I don't mean with that painting. Just in general, I will be busy. I thought I'd talk a bit about the games that I've been playing recently. I would also talk about books, but those books that I've been reading have been mostly just informational books. And not works of fiction. I don't think anyone would find them interesting. Then again, I guess the whole point of this video is to try and relax you, and sometimes the most interesting ideas might take your mind down a path of excitement, and at that point you might not get sleep. Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid was released in 1998, and it is a continuation of Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. I think the only mainline Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear game I should say, that I have not beat is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. I don't think I'll ever play the first Metal Gear again. It is a game that very much requires a guide, which I can find on the internet, thankfully these days, but it isn't exactly as enjoyable as something like this, which is why I would love for them to remake Metal Gear 1 and 2. Some people say that Metal Gear Solid is a 3D remake of actually saw Mission Impossible, I think 8, Dead Reckoning, not Dead Reckoning, Final Reckoning. I thought it was okay, but I enjoyed Dead Reckoning, the first part, a lot more than Final Reckoning. Some other movies that I've seen, these ones are not as fresh as Dead Reckoning. Tenet, I watched it on the flight back home from Japan. It's not as confusing as I thought it would be. People may have been overhyping that for me. I did like Robert Pattinson in that movie. He has actually, in my eyes, become a very good actor. He has talked about it before. I think Robert Pattinson said in an interview once that he hated himself, and that is why he took the role in Twilight. But I loved him in Tenet. I've also been struggling from jet lag. I've began to get back to my old schedule, sleep schedule. Reminds me of Death Stranding. A couple of summers ago, or no, I think this was last summer, I played